Hello everybody, welcome to England versus Argentina World Cup semi-final here on That's Football with me, Mark Goldbridge, and of course you. History beckons. I have never seen England play in a World Cup final and I'm 67. This is massive. No matter how old you are, whether you're at school, at uni, at work or in an old people's home, it doesn't matter. History beckons for the English if we can get past the arch enemy, Argentina. What an opportunity, but what a fall if it doesn't happen. Tonight, we will witness it all together. Are you ready? I'm ready. Fasten your seatbelts. Look, I think England can do this. I think we have to do this. I don't think there's many times in your life that you get these opportunities. 2018, I never really, I sort of felt like England scammed it really to get there in Russia. 1990, I think it was ours, and we lost on penalties to West Germany, who were the best team in the tournament, and that dream died in a penalty shootout. This time, I wouldn't say it's England's World Cup, but I think if you can get to the final and you can come up with a plan against Spain, who knows what can happen. Football's a bit different these days, but I definitely think England are better than Argentina. I really do. I'm not massively impressed with Argentina. This is our biggest problem, is history and officials. That's all we've got to need to worry about. Man for man, I don't see what the comparison is. We've got some of the best players in the world playing for some of the best teams in the world. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Arsenal. Who've they got? They've got Messi at Inter Miami, a few Atletico Madrid players, a Chelsea player, a Liverpool player. I think Romero, when you look at it, Argentina's strength is team. We have the better players. We have to believe. If we're confident, we win this game. If we let the occasion and the opposition and history get into our head, we'll defeat ourselves. So I think it's there to be won, and I'm very, very excited about it. So share the video, get your comments in, of course. Huge game. Nick P with the first super chat says, enjoyed the game. I'm checking out social media for the evening. I can't face a night of chat banter. Watching it alone, this means too much. See you on the other side. Come on in, England. I don't blame you, Nick, in a way. I don't blame you. Are you going to blame FIFA or VAR if England lose? I don't want to. If England lose, mate, I hope we lose because we were shit. I don't want to lose looking for excuses. I don't want to be in that position at all. That will incense me if we get done by some dodgy red card or some dodgy penalty or, something like that. Nobody wants to see that. There's enough concerns around Argentina in this World Cup without England becoming a victim to it as well. And we have been victim of the past. 1986 comes to mind, of course. I think even the red card that Beckham got with Simeone was slightly dodgy. So I don't want any of that. But that's about this as well. England have got to be clever. I mentioned this in the Azteca. Kwanzaa wasn't clever, and if you get a moment like that, you can't really argue about it. Also part of the stream, got to shout out Boyle Sports. They're sponsoring this stream with us tonight. Thank you very much to Boyle Sports for being our partner throughout this tournament. Still got another game to go, a World Cup final on Sunday, and I have got a bet builder for you. A bet builder is where I put, where you can put loads of little things together in one bet. They all have to come off, but it boosts your odds. So I've got a 20-1 bet here. So if I put a fiver on it, I get, what do I get? 100 quid. England to win. Messi to score at any time, over 2.5 goals, Harry Kane over 2.5 shots, and both teams to score. So England to win, Messi to score any time, over 2.5 goals, Harry Kane over 2.5 shots, and both teams to score. Let me know what your thoughts are. Get your own in there. Links in the description. Scan the QR code. 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and via the QR code. And also, a little bit extra, we've been doing this throughout the tournament with Ball Sports. A little bit of World Cup quiz to calm your nerves. Question 1, we'll tell you the answer at half time. Which nation reached the 2026 World Cup semi-finals without a single one of their goal scorers having played in the Premier League the previous season? Interesting. So, none of their strikers played in the Premier League the previous season, but they got to the semi-final. Which nation reached the semi-final with none of their strikers Their goal scorers, sorry, having played in the Premier League the previous season. Keep hold of your answer. We'll talk about that at half time. Got another one for you as well. FIFA will rig this for Argentina, says Grand Prairie. Start drinking. Well, thanks for the super chat, Grand Prairie Cobra. Cheers. Ready to go. The referee is American. He's the MLS referee, isn't he? He's Messi's favourite referee, apparently. Supercar says, come on England, let's go. Love the channel, Mark. Games rigged, Mark, says DLYM. Thoughts on Rodgers at right wing? Well, thanks to Ball Sports, but let's move on to the England lineup first. We've got a little bit of time here before the show. We're early because it's such a big game, of course. And let's have a look at this England lineup. So, England are lining up, and I've got to say I'm happy with this. For me, this again shows Thomas Tuchel's not only his tactical flexibility, but his fearless approach to making changes. And also, I think he's very in tune. It seems to be very in tune with me, so I presume he's in tune with you. He makes a lot of changes I actually agree with. The only thing is, Nico O'Reilly, I think that one is strange, but I don't know whether he's carrying a knock. That's the only thing I've got an issue with. So, Pickford in goal, James at right back, Spence at left back, Stones and Gahey. I said in the preview, I'm quite comfortable with Stones and Gahey. Stones played very well in the last game and is very experienced, and he plays with Gahey at Man City, although they haven't played that much together. I'm happy with that. Cons is a little bit unlucky, but I'm okay with that. Rice, Anderson, Bellingham, absolutely happy with that. Gordon, happy with him because he'll put the defensive work in, and Argentina are a hard-working team. We're going to have to work for this. Harry Kane up front, obviously, and then Morgan Rogers playing on the right-hand side. Now, I was talking about this in the preview, and I read a lot of your comments as well. When you look at England's weaknesses, it tends to be the flanks and the fullbacks. Rogers on the wing is better than Madueke. Madueke has been poor in this tournament. Saka clearly isn't quite right, so I actually quite like Morgan Rogers out on the wing. Now, there's a risk because obviously he's not really a winger. It's not where he's best. But he does put a shift in. He does work hard. He plays for a team where you have to work, Aston Villa. And if we can get him in the right positions, he's actually a player that likes to run at people. So, look, it's slightly outside of the box, but I like it. So I'm happy with the team. As I said, the only slight reservation I've got, and to be fair, Jed Spencer's been good, but at left back, I don't think he has been very good. I would have preferred Nico O'Reilly. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know whether he's injured. I don't know whether that's tactical, but I would have preferred Nico O'Reilly to play, but Spence is playing there, and he has done well for England. I just don't know at left back whether that's the right thing or not. But look, I'm not going to moan about it. I think we're better than them. And injured Saka might be better than Madueke, says just pasty. I hope Rice is fully fit. We really rely on him. We need Declan Rice. He wasn't fit at the weekend. It was right to sub him off. But hopefully that was illness and not injury, because Declan Rice is huge for England. Easy win for England if they can keep Messi quiet, says Hamoud. You look very relaxed and calm, but hope England wins, says JBS. I mean, I'm calm at the moment. As soon as the game gets going, and, you know, I was calm before Norway. So what minute does Argentina get their penalty, says Jamie. The referee is American. We've done that one. And also a super chat from Daniel Thompson. He says, hope you're all well. I believe in us all the way. Huge special match. So much history. Our destiny awaits. Claim the throne. Earn the day. Never give up. Let's go to work. Come on, England. Great, great message there. Thank you, Daniel. Hope you're doing very well. Right, let me show you the Argentina scene. And there it is. Now, look. Let me talk to you about Argentina, right? Because somebody in the chat is already saying you've been very disrespectful to the world champions. DePaul's not playing, right? DePaul's not playing, but he plays in the MLS. Messi plays in the MLS. Alvarez and Simeone play for Atletico Madrid. Molina, I think, also plays for Atletico Madrid. Martinez plays for Villa. Tagliafico plays in the French league and he doesn't play for PSG and he's in his 30s. Lissandro Martinez plays for Man United. Romero plays for Spurs. Paredes plays in the Argentinian league. I think he plays for Boca Juniors. McAllister plays for Liverpool. Enzo Fernandez plays for Chelsea. We've got Harry Kane, top scorer in Europe for Bayern Munich. We've got Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid. We've got Declan Rice, Arsenal, Champions League finalist and Premier League winner. We've got £116 million Elliot Anderson. We've got Gahey and Stones who play for Man City. We have got better players than them. I'm absolutely convinced about it. Argentina's strength is their collectiveness, but when you look at their players, they've got a lot of older players and they've got a lot of players that don't play for the top teams in the world. They don't. They play the next tier down. Aston Villa, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, French League, Argentinian League, MLS. England are better on paper, man for man. It's this. We all know it's this. I'm not sitting here saying we've got better players, we should beat them 3-0. Because I know it's going to come down to this. Argentina's togetherness and history. We will let Argentina get at us. And Argentina know it. But if this was just a game behind closed doors, we'd look at their players and go, lads, it's fucking Romero. You know, their left back plays in the bloody French league. Who does Tagliafico even play for? He's 33 and he plays for Lyon. You know, Molina, Atletico Madrid. Medina sometimes does play. He plays for Marseille. You know, you look at their squad and who they can bring on as well. I mean, I do like Paz, but they have very, very, very rarely used him. So, look, Lo Celso's in their squad. Betis, DePaul, Inter Miami. I think that Argentina are going to die on that pitch because they can't stand England and they'll die for that shirt. But we need to exert our authority here. I think we're better. Bellingham and Kane are not in the Premier League though, says JBS. It's also beating the ref as well, says James. Thank you so much. Do we know why Nico O'Reilly isn't starting? I don't know anything about it. Do you hate Argentina, Mark? Well, no, because I like Malbec red wine. You know, I was looking at things from Argentina, and I do like Malbec red wine. So I could never just turn my back on Argentina when I love that. So I mean, the tango comes from Argentina as well. You know that dance, the tango. I mean, they can have that. They can tango off, but you've been tangoed. But I do like Malbec red wine. I mean, that is a bit of a conflict for me. But do I hate Argentina? I mean, I was too young to understand the Falklands and all of that. I was too young to watch. You know what? I don't want to say this, but The Hand of God by Maradona. This was pre-VAR. And I was watching the coverage of that game. I think it was... I don't know whether it was ITV or BBC who had the coverage of the quarterfinal in 1986. And I've been watching a lot of these things. I was watching the half-time analysis between Brian Robson, Terry Venables and Jimmy Hill and Des Lynam for the semi-final between England and Germany today for 15 minutes, just listening to their half-time analysis in a game that I know we lost from 36 years ago. But I was watching the after-match analysis of when England got knocked out by Argentina in 1986. And I think Venables was on the panel and somebody else was on the panel. And they were both saying that they thought Maradona had headed it. So as much as it was the hand of God, there was people in the stadium who thought he'd headed it. Obviously he didn't, but you know, it wasn't as obvious at the time. I think some people thought he'd headed it. So look, the hand of God, a lot's made of it because it knocked us out, but he was an exceptional player as well. Maradona was brilliant. So it's not that I hate Argentina. It's the fact that they hate us. And sometimes when people hate you, it gets you back up. So Argentina don't like us. I don't like Simeone, what he did to Beckham. But this is Messi's first time playing against England as well. So it just shows you how rare it is to play against them. But thankfully, we won't be getting any Frank Lampard, the ball's miles over the line. We won't be getting any Maradona handballs. The refs are going to have to get creative, as James says. Don't get cocky, be humble, enjoy fourth place, says James. Mate, you've been here every time and we beat Mexico, we beat Norway, you keep coming in every time. You're actually a good lucky charm, to keep saying more. Rice said he was 100% before the game. It was illness, so fingers crossed, says Rudolph the Red. What are you drinking today for the game? I'm just on the traditional beer today. Alf. Can we go for a pint soon? Mark up the England, says E-Dog. I mean, imagine. I mean, look. Here he is. Public enemy number one. I don't like this ref. I just don't like this ref anyway. I really don't like this referee. I've seen him a few times and I just don't like him. We've got nearly 15,000 watching already and it's not even kicked off. Let's see if we can get to 20k before the game starts. It's going to be a huge stream today. I'm going to be standing up in a minute. Please do share the video, get involved. Marlo says FIFA and VAR has ruined this World Cup and football in general. Really sad to see our beautiful game being destroyed. I still think it's been a good World Cup. I think the officiating, allowing the game to flow, has made the games better. Obviously, in a game with 100 games, in a tournament with 100 games, you're going to get some controversy. Didn't like the way Croatia went out, but you know, I think all in all, it's been good. You're really good looking, says TK Moon. Thank you, but is that going to help England win? Sore hand of God, they will see left leg of God, says Eboob. I believe England can win this comfortable. Argentina are not that good, says Sastrato. Look, if England lose, they lose. Of course you can lose. I think there's a lot of people expecting England to lose. But what I would say is I've watched every single Argentina game, and you go to Cape Verde and they need extra time. Yeah? You go to Egypt and they're 2-0 down and they nearly blow it. You go to Switzerland and I'm absolutely convinced, and he did dive. You know, it was stupid on a yellow card to do what he did dive. But if he doesn't dive, I think Switzerland win that game. So Argentina, what worries me about Argentina is they have been lucky in the sense that, you know, they've not been that convincing. Absolutely not. But I do also think that they could just suddenly turn up today. They could just turn up. They could just play brilliant. Sometimes when a team hasn't played that well, and it works for England as well, sometimes when a team hasn't played that well, they can just suddenly turn up, and maybe that could happen with Argentina. What goes in our favour is England can score goals quite quickly out of nothing. Argentina, to me, are a little bit like Spain in the sense that they don't normally go and batter teams by loads of goals. So that could go in our favour as well. But look, I'm very excited to see how it's going to work. There'll be a great atmosphere there. I don't know what the average is in relation to Argentinian fans against English fans. I don't know how that's sort of going to play out. But there he is, Messi. I mean, look, still a fantastic player, Lionel Messi. Are you worried about him? Look, I think he's a fantastic player, but I'm not so sure that he's not the player he was. I think 10 years ago, then, yeah, but, not now. Not anymore. But it's all about how England start. They're going to be aggressive. We've got to be careful about that. And also, I mean, you look at them there, they're roaring. They're absolutely roaring. So, yeah, they're going to be aggressive. We've got to be careful. And I hope, if they're aggressive, the referee needs to... I mean, that's another thing as well. The referee doesn't have to give them a penalty. The referee can just let them bully us and not give fouls. And I think that's something to bear in mind as well. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a referee that's weak and timid. I want to see a referee that's on it. And, if they commit bad fouls, they commit bad fouls. Messi looks like he's enjoying it. Danza Electric says, James, while I do like Rodgers on the right, I am surprised with the choice of James behind. Would have thought he'd use a centre-back there again instead of two right-footed players, but I've never won a Champions League, says Garzilla. How are your nerves, says Wayne Rooney. They will intensify. They will intensify because it means too much. I don't think you can love football and love your country and not be taken in by this. And also, being the age I am, I don't know the next time we're going to have the opportunity to get to a World Cup final. I've never seen England in a World Cup final. People keep saying to me, though, but what if you lose the World Cup final? But I'd rather experience a World Cup final and lose than never experience it. I mean, you know, I don't want England to lose. I want us to win, but I want to experience it, and I think we're good enough to. We're going to batter them, says Tom. Thoughts on O'Reilly being on the bench, says Sam. Look, I trust Tuchel. Never with Tuchel have I gone, oh, he's an idiot. Like, I trust him. I'm stressing very bad. Had to take stressing pills, says Bulls. Sassy Bridge, says JBS. I'm not being sassy. Easily the biggest match I've watched in my life, says Dylan. Good luck to England. Please win. Love from Egypt, says Domer Scholes. Only thing that's coming home is England, says Sis. I watched the Switzerland game with you and I didn't think Argentina looked that good until the red card. But we haven't looked great either, says Jared. I think that's a fair point. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. I've got to figure this out now. We're going up. We're going vertical. We're going vertical. I need to clear some space. Are you ready? Ugh. I should have done this earlier. Actually, put the chair over there. Space Bridge. Space Ghetto. Space Ghetto. Right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you make sure. Poi says his heart rate is through the roof. Yeah, I mean, I sort of get it, bro. I mean, I'm calling you bro. That's nervousness. I do get it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's have this. Look, who knows where we are at full time? And full time might be extra time. Full time might be after penalties. Who knows where we are? We're better than them. We're better than them. I don't want to fucking lose to them. We're better than them. That's what we need to remember. We're better than them. Man for man, we're better than them. That doesn't mean we win. That doesn't mean we win. But we are better than them. And we have to remember that. We've got to play like that. You know? Jason says, go England for you, Mark. I have a nice parlay on them. You've helped me make me a football fan. Thank you, pal. Right, I'm just waiting for the start here. Referee, he's waiting for 8 o'clock. This is the official World's Derby. Beat those cheating somebody's LSS. Sorry to Martinez, but it's coming home, says Scorpio. If England win World Cup, is this generation better than the golden generation? I think it comes down to T-Croatification. I think it comes down to coaching. I said this before. I think if this lot had Ericsson and the golden generation had Tuchel, I think it would be very different. You know, it's not always about the players, it's about the coach. And we're away. There we go. Good little bit of pressing there from England. We want to see that from the start. I've just got back from Santorini and had a Moscow mule whilst I was out there, says Lauren, and thought of you. Come on, England. Yeah, well, if I get away, I'm going to have one of them. How's your hearts? How's your pulses? How's your breathing? Take your deep breaths. The atmosphere is mental in that stadium. It's hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of white shirts. When will England fans realise that the key to World Cup glory is unlocking Madueke, says Rajaf. The fan split is everyone except the English want Argentina to win. Let's go, Messi. Love from Ireland, says Ricky. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that's I think there's a lot of people that don't want Argentina to win. At least one red card in this is 1 inch wonder. How are your nerves, says Wayne Rooney. Thank you very much. Messi versus England feels like an Avengers crossover, says Robbo. Mainu 90 plus 7 winner, says Charlie. Is this game anything like the anthems? It'll be some game, says Moore. And you calling me bro is better than me being called handsome, says Polu. Right, England with a bit of the ball here. Keep the ball, says Savage. I mean, referee, I'm not having any of that. All three of them pushing England players, and the referee saying straight away, that's 3 of you, you cheating twats. I'd book him for that. I'd book him for that. Any more, and it's a yellow ref. Clearly a tactic to get at us and foul. Is that a good sign from the referee? Come on, England. Come on, England. Come on, then. Let's be having you. This is a good press here. We've got them high up the pitch. Well done, Roger. James. Nearly 20,000 watching. Keep sharing the video. Get involved. Loving the high press, says Terrell. Yeah, I think we've got... I'm happy to see that high press because, you know, we're not playing in a hot environment. We're under the roof. And, you know, I know we won't be thinking about Spain, but the ability to show a bit of energy in the game is important. Another one there. Ref needs to book someone here. They are playing very dirty, Argentina, and they're trying to get in on people. Hey, do you want some? Do you fucking want some? Number 5. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Who do you play for? Never fucking heard of you. Who are you? Who's number 5? Who's number 5? Paradis. You're past it, mate. You're back in Argentina. Paradis, full of piss. Absolutely. Let's have it. Let's fucking have it. You know, if they want some, let's have it. No, fucking give him a yellow card. Let's have it. Fucking come on. You know, let's do it. Bellingham's up for it. Let's fucking have a bit. Just got to keep you cool though. What they're probably going to try and do is they are the masters of the dark arts. They do these little coward fouls to force you to do a bigger foul, and then they'll go down like a crying little doll and get us booked. I'm an American without any rooting interest, and I picked England to beat Spain prior to the World Cup. Come on, England, make me look like a sidekick, says Jonathan. I've not had my Moscow Mule yet, mate, but I will next time I'm in a cocktail bar, which hopefully is going to be next week. I will have one, and I'll post a picture. Good start here. I like a bit of handbags in a football match. Lovely play by Spence. Doesn't go for a corner though. Fucking hell, they've done well to get rid of that Argentina actually. As that not a booking, says Ashley. This is the thing though, I did worry about the referee and whether he actually would do what's needed. Oh, Reece James, you can't be losing it there. Calm down. Good flow to the game. Come on, calm the fuck down, Anderson. They're getting under your skin a little bit here. Heavy Light says, I'm Argentinian, Mark. We like the English here, actually, especially the music. We like the banter and to rattle you. What we sing maybe is in bad taste, but there's a lot of respect. Well, let's hope there is respect. But I don't mind battle lines being drawn on the pitch. Tottenham man, Kane will bring it home, says Grand Prairie. Do you think Spurs should keep Spence, says Tyler? Yes. Rishab says, come on, England. Well done, Spence. Don't fuck about with it, though. I mean, to be fair to the referee, as long as he's fair, I don't really give a shit about him not giving yellow cards. If he's going to let them go for them, then hopefully he's going to let them go for us. I mean, about yellow cards and stuff. But a feisty first 6 minutes here. Of course, you don't want to get dragged down into this either. I mean, their coach might be saying, do lots of little fouls, slow the game down because they're better than us. We want the game to flow as well. We don't want to get caught up in a battle. It's a little bit like the tactics of Wimbledon back in the day. You know, if they can get you fighting, then you don't play football, do you? Rogers does well. And it's an early corner. That'll do. I don't mind that. But yeah, it seems to me like Argentina are just trying to bring us into a battle. And, you know, it reminds me of the Stokes and the Wimbledons, etc. UFC Bridge, I like your spirit, Mark, says JBS. It's my birthday tomorrow, so a final would be nice, says Jared. Anyway, corner, Declan Rice. Another push in the box there, be careful. Rice, good cross. Player down on the floor. John Stones. Argentina looking to break. Well in, Jed Spence, second ball. It's not a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't. I mean, I'll shout for anything tonight, but I don't think that was a penalty, to be fair. Nearly 25,000 watching. Thank you, everybody. How do you feel about these first few minutes? Argentina really haven't settled yet. England are pressing them high up the pitch. Lots of energy. Definitely something that Tuchel's clearly looked at as a way to... I mean, I don't think that's a foul. Get at them. I'm not sure that's a foul, really. I mean, he's grabbing older Reece James. I can't stand Argentina this tournament, says AB Tunes. Diving and starting fights, generally unsportsmanlike. What do you think? I think, to be honest, I could almost admire it. You know, as I say, extra time against Cape Verde, extra time against Switzerland, 10 men. Came back from 2-0 down against Egypt. Have they been lucky? Maybe, but they've certainly ground their way into this semi-final. Look, whatever happens here today, if they beat England, I really hope that Spain spank them, because I don't think it's good for the World Cup if Argentina win it. They haven't played particularly well, but you can't disrespect the fact that they are a very strong unit who fight for everything. I mean, look, against Egypt, 2-0 down, most teams would be out. I remember asking my uncle what was the best thing he ever shot. His answer was, okay, not reading that, Steve. Don't weep for me, Argentina. England looks strong, says Ryle. Interesting first 10 minutes. But I think from the first few minutes, it's very obvious that Argentina, it's a nice ball to Gordon. He does keep it on, but he can't put a good cross in. I think from the first 10 minutes, Argentina's tactic seems to be to not be about playing football. They clearly don't think they can beat England playing football. I think their tactic is to play the margins, you know, make it a battle, look for set pieces and, you know, moments, which is fine. Some teams do that, but I think they're taking a bit of an underdog approach here. Do you have a bet builder for this game, Mark? Says Scrumpy. I do. We are sponsored by Ball Sports. I've got England to win, Lionel Messi to score at any time, Over 2.5 goals. Harry Kane over 2.5 shots and both teams to score. That's with Ball Sports. Link in the description. Scan the QR code. Lovely run by Anderson. I don't know how he's not given a foul there. Bellingham's just kicked out at somebody there. Or Rodgers. I don't know. Why are we kicking out at people there? I saw Rodgers kick out at someone there. Why is he doing that? Don't fall into this fucking battle. I mean, to be fair, Enzo Fernandez did get the ball. Just got to be very careful. Got to be very careful because I've seen this in 1998. My husband hasn't been this nervous about a semi since he watched Brokeback Mountain, says Rebecca. Argentina didn't play anyone in the top 17 countries until now. They're so lucky to make it, or their path was written already, says the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anderson needs to calm down, says Recon Guy. Yeah, if I was Harry Kane, I'd be having a word with Morgan Rogers and Elliot Anderson and just saying, remember David Beckham, calm the fuck down. You're walking straight into their trap at the moment. Just calm down. 3 potential card fouls by Argentina. How come not even a card? I really hope the ref doesn't fuck up the game. Argentina's playing rugby out here, says STH. Thank you, everybody. Well, look, one good thing is we've only had 12 minutes. Feels like we've had half an hour. But I've got to say, first 12 minutes, Argentina, I'm not saying they're playing well, but they'd be very happy with their game plan at the moment. The dark arts, I'm telling you. Professor Snape's going to come out there in a moment. Is he coaching them? Because they're masters of the dark arts here. Norseman, thanks for the super chat. Shades of 98, we need to stay cool, says Joe. I think that's a reach. They're trying to let England get tired to get counters. Argentina does flop, but just as much as others. Neither team look good, says Mr. Centenero. Well, we've had no chances for either team yet. It's good play by Spence into Gordon. You've got to move out the way of Spence. Gordon needed to pass that. He needed to fucking pass that. We had a really good situation there, and Gordon fucked it up. Lovely play by Argentina. What a passing move this is. Reece James, what is he doing? Head the fucking ball away! Why are we overplaying this? Fucking hell, lads. You know, we had a great chance with Gordon. He overplays it. And then a cross comes in and Reece James tries to control it. Just fucking clear it. Let's not play these stupid games, lads. Gordon should have played that and Reece James should have cleared it. Got away with it there. American here supporting the GOAT. Vamos Argentina, says William. Fuck, I tell you what, I'd love to be, well, not at my age, he's bullying me, but I'd love to be up against that Simeone. He's really fucking me off, that Simeone. He's really pissing me off, giving the shoulder to everybody. We need to keep our cool, says Gems. Yeah, literally wasn't keeping my cool there, but well in, lads. Go on, Bellingham. Oh, heavy touch, heavy touch. That number 5 can fucking have it as well. Gobbing off after a tackle, mate. You want a fucking tackle. You don't won the World Cup. Go on, Bellingham. See? Simeone again. Fucking book him. He needs to book that fucking Simeone. South American players have always been dirty. That number 17 will get booked before half-time. Love from Norway. Go England, says Tom. They need to be calm. I'm screaming at the TV, says Mikey. Yeah. Fucking Paradis thinks he's won the World Cup because he tackled Jude Bellingham. I'd take it as a compliment. Come on. Anderson's your ball. Gay. Go on, move with the ball. Go with the ball. Move with the ball. Into the space. Lads, just give it to Gay. Move into the space until the player comes. Oh, I don't really want you involved, Kane. Wide, wide, wide. Well done, Reece James. Go on, Spence. Does well. Corner. Fuck off. Celebrating goal kicks, you little twat. Hi, Mark. I'm sat in a lovely hotel in Galway. Cold pint of Guinness. Just been sat down in front of me. Loving life. Just want to thank you for all your entertainment. Mate, that sounds absolutely brilliant. That's right up my street, Bobby. Enjoy the Guinness and enjoy the game. England need to embrace the fight. Love from Preston North. PNW. Don't know what that is. Says 95 Trace. Thank you very much. Mark Shearer is saying same as you about their dark arts, says Wayne Rooney. USA here supporting the better team. Let's fucking go England, says Matt. Good tackle, Martin. That wasn't. It was Tagliafico. Shit tackle. Tagliafico. From a Portuguese-born United fan, I hope Argentina swivel on it tonight. Thanks for the content all month, mate, says Tony. Well, thanks for being here. Mr. Asentino says, this Argentine team reminds me of the old Italian teams that played slow and got you on the counter. Do you think Spain are favourites? Yeah, I mean, look, Spain are favourites anyway because they were so impressive last night. They've also got an extra day of rest. So, you know, that makes a big difference, that 24 hours. So, I mean, having said that, it's not till Sunday night, is it? It's not like we're playing Saturday lunchtime. But look, for all, to be fair, the dark arts has probably been the highlight of the first 20 minutes because we've not had any chances for either team. It's good play. Rice, Rogers, Rice. Oh, unlucky. Do you think Norway would have had a chance? Yeah, I do. Ulrich, I think both England and Norway were always going to have a chance against Argentina. You'd get sent off if you were on the pitch, says Fernando. Lovely ball here. Reece James, cross, crap cross. Crap cross that. Good play, but crap cross. Yeah, I think Norway would have had a chance. Norway, good team. Not saying they would have beat Argentina. I'm not saying it. Well, England need to beat Argentina, but Messi having to drop in deep. He's not been involved. Go on then, press him high up the pitch. "31,000 people watching already. You're very welcome on That's Football." A tenacious start to this game, but here's... Don't let him on his right foot. Do not let Alvarez on his right foot. Well done, Anderson. Well done, offside. Good defending. Good defending. Isn't this the ref? Isn't this the ref love Argentina? Fuck you, ref, says Nitro. He refs in the MLS, so he'll definitely know Messi. Neutral, game excellent so far. Glad France are out, says Oil Cruiser. Todd Bowley in the stadium supporting in an England kit, says Max. Nice little flick by Messi. As with any game, I think scoring first will be very important. I think if Argentina were to score first, it's problematic because they're playing quite defensive anyway. If we were to score first, they'd have to open up. So obviously I want England to score first, but I think just from a football observational point of view, it would be great if England could score first. Absolutely great. But it's Argentina on the attack. You do not want Alvarez on his right foot. Come on, England, beat the cheats. Been supporting England from Norway since '86, says Just Mort. Thank you very much. If you were the ref today, who would you have sent off by now? Well, I don't think there's been a red card. Could have given a yellow, but then again, that sort of contradicts. I'm very English biased to say we should have had a yellow because I'm normally in a game, I'm like, let the game flow. As a neutral, Messi is still superb. Clearly the best player in Argentina, but England probably got this, is Andre Gomez. Cheers from Canada. Come on, England, says Snoopy 10. What happened here? McAllister's down. See, that could have been a yellow card on Bellingham. So, you know, it's cum si cum sa, isn't it? Give a little bit. Just don't want to concede first. Do not want to be conceding first here. Long way out for Messi. He's probably just going to dink this in. Simeone up against Spence. Don't let him past. Corner. I don't like us on corners. This Simeone is a fucking shithouse. Look at him. Romero, you can fucking do one as well. I mean, look, is he not fouling Pickford here? He's fouling the goalkeeper, ref. Yeah, it's a foul. Well done. Absolute. This Simeone's fucking gone in the head. Look at him. I mean, we're literally wrestling Pickford, which FIFA have said don't do. Not Pickford, but like hydration break. I mean, that's just crazy to me. Argentina have done nothing. They get a corner, and then Simeone starts wrestling the goalkeeper, which is literally a FIFA directive that you can't do it. Moron. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. What are you thinking, Mark, here? Look, I think England need to create a little bit more. Essentially, you could argue that we've got through the first 25 minutes and they've done nothing. So, why be worried? You know, just keep waiting for the opportunity. Messi, love Messi, but sick of Argentina. Come on, England, says Daryl. Simeone's just like his father, says Aki. This has pens written all over it, says Jimmy. Way too early for that. I'm not worried about penalties yet. I'd be disappointed in England if this went to penalties. I think, you know, you've got to manage it. We've had a difficult first 20 minutes where they've been quite physical. They're stopping the game. You can't get it flowing. It's a tactic. It's a definite tactic to slow the game down, stop-start game, try and get in our heads, try and frustrate us. But, you know, if we can get that first goal, they'll stop doing that. Martinez is coming back to England. He better chill, says Just Pasty. Bring Spence to the Theatre of Dreams, says Andre. England, says BB. Support from England from Germany, says T-Borg. Thank you, pal. Hopefully we've got the Bundesliga next season on Friday nights as well. But, you know, I'm reluctant to say what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. You know, if we were playing France, I'd be scared. If we were playing Spain, I'd be scared. I'm not scared of Argentina. They're not a scary opposition. I'm not saying they can't win, but they're not scary. They're not a team that'll go, oh my God, every time they get the ball. What scares me about them is, can they grind a result out? They're very good at that, but they don't scare me as a footballing team. I just think they're a very hard nut to crack. We trust in Tuchel. Go on England, says Recon Guy. Tuchel should be telling the players to be better in the final third, says Sten. The game is screaming for Madueke, says Rajaf. Intense game, ref masterclass, go USA, says Lee. Ray says, I just want United back. In the past 11 World Cup semi-finals, the team who conceded first have never reached the final, says Carl. Should be a yellow for Simeone. Blatant foul. Pickford asking for a hydration break, says JMR. Right, we're back. It's a game of chess, this game, actually. When I think back to 98, I can't remember the goals in 98. Let me see if I can find it. That game, I was in a pub in England, and I'm just trying to see when the goals were scored. Yeah, so that first half in 98 was incredible. Argentina scored after 7 minutes. Shearer equalised after 11. We went 2-1 up after 17, and then they equalised right before half time. So we had 4 goals in the first half, but it finished 2-2. Not quite the same here so far. Yaz says, I think that Simeone guy might be on drugs. Very clear the job Simeone has been asked to do, says One Inch Wonder. Yeah, well, he hasn't been in the team. Matt, our producer, was saying that Simeone wasn't in the team since the group stages. Love the ref, done a superb job keeping the flow of the game, says Dermot. I don't think Tuchel likes the ref. He's going absolutely mad. Argentina playing like Arsenal, hate to watch but can win, says Karen. Feeling oddly relaxed. I don't see England losing, but my friend who actually is English isn't as relaxed as I am, says Solar Panel. I'm putting a lifetime hex on anyone hating England for selfish reasons. Beware, says Snot Nose. Tuchel should have done that one. Thank you very much. Tom says, who stood out so far? Any red cards? Not yet. Second ball, Gordon. Why didn't Gordon go for that second ball? I don't like hydration breaks. They can lead to a shift in momentum. Kane, interesting ball. Reece James will get there. And it's a good possession, that. Right high up the pitch. I think I'm going stress blind, says Polu. Argentina are forcing us to play the occasion here. I just want to play the game. Gordon, don't lose the ball there. Fucking hell. They are, some of our players are falling right into the fucking trap. Stop holding on to the fucking ball and pass it. Anthony Gordon's done that 3 times today. He gets the ball, the passes on, he thinks, no, I'll have another fucking touch. Just pass the fucking ball. If they can get near you, they'll do a 50-50 and they'll go down and they'll win a free kick. Pass the fucking ball. It's so obvious. Don't let them engage you because they'll win free kicks. He keeps getting the ball and fucking holding on to it for too long. Right, let's go again now. We've got the ball. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. There's Capello. Former shit coach of England. He was bad. Well done, Bellingham. That's... put you on your arse there, Simeone. Go and tell your dad. That's a foul. Romero again, look. Can't help himself. Should be booked. Enzo Fernandez should be booked there. That's a yellow card, that. Should be a yellow card, that. Yeah, I'm not happy about this. I mean, you can start pulling out yellow cards now. That should have been a yellow card. He's chopped Bellingham down as he's running towards goal. Jude's got the world in motion. I know what we can do. Says Handel. Love Kane, but he's Mr. Anti-Press as Prophet. Right, Rice with a free kick here. I mean, you've got to get onside for a start. Stones on the back post. I mean, he did exploit, to be fair, he exploited Martinez's lack of height. Probably should have done a little bit better. Do you think FIFA have already put Argentina on the trophy? I think it's fixed to give Messi a retirement trophy. Says B1. Nah, let's not get to that point yet. Spence, stop playing argy-bargy, literally, and win the header. He needs a yellow card, that Simeone, I'm telling you. He desperately needs a yellow card. I mean, how many more fouls is he going to let him do? Book him, he's fucking ignoring you. We're even... The ref said come here and he just keeps walking away. I mean, that's how locked in they've got fucking FIFA. Simeone's like, I'm not talking to you. He's had to go and talk to him. Referee literally said, come to me. And he went, no, I'm not doing that. He's had to go to him. Fuck, it's a laugh. It's a fucking laugh. Respect. Yeah, you fucking respect the Argentinian players, ref. You've got to go and talk to them. Fucking joke. I'm telling you, this is getting worse. I can't help but think the FIFA told the referee don't give yellow because Argentina's going to play dirty. There we go, Reece James. Come on. It's not a very good cross, that. Come on. Go on, Spence. Put it on him. Well done, Spence. Tell you what, I'd love Romero to get into a 50-50 because he definitely 2-foot someone. And then he probably wouldn't get a yellow card. Posh Spice enjoying the game, says Kenneth. Would be surprised if we see Hand of God Part 2, says Ivan. I mean, look, it's just a blatant foul, isn't it, from Molina? And then he goes, what are you talking about? You've literally kicked him in the back of the calf, you dick. Do you think FIFA have done that from Big Mac? Just need to score first, you know. If we can score, whatever happens tonight or tomorrow, this will be the key time. Can we score first in a game like this? If we can score first in a game like this, changes the game so much. The longer this goes on, the more it plays into Argentina's hands. Got to put this right in on the goalkeeper. Reece James. Hold on. Oh, Rice, not there. Fucking hell, Rice. Go on, Spence. Well done. Well played, Messi. Fucking hell, well played, Messi. Ref says play on. Is he giving a foul? He's booking someone. He's booking someone. Oh, fuck off, you cheating prick. You absolute cheating prick. You're booking an England player for one foul. Are you having a fucking laugh? He's booking an England player. Oh, fuck off. You absolute cheat. Cheat. Books Anderson for one foul. This is a disgrace. Bookmark this. This is, I tell you what, I don't ever want to see corruption in football, but this is fucking dodgy. This is dodgy. People need to turn this, people need to fucking do something about this. One foul by Elliot Anderson, you're straight in the yellow card. We've had people down the calves of Anderson. We've had people tripping up Bellingham. We've had people shoving people. We've had people refusing to talk to the referee. But one foul on Messi and it's a yellow card. Fucking hell. Absolute disgrace. Fuck it. I mean, we are up against it here. We are fucking up against it here. I'm telling you. Fucking hell. I mean, this is going to be difficult. Very fucking difficult. Ironically, both England and Argentina reached this stage with the help from referee. P.S. Anderson is dirty, says Halvard. Told you, says Big Mac. It's not that a yellow. If that's not a yellow, you're on drugs, says Luke. Mate, it's not the fact that you can give a yellow to Anderson. I'm talking about Enzo Fernandez literally 2 minutes ago chopping Jude Bellingham down when he's running at goal. That's what we're talking about. You can give Anderson a yellow card, absolutely fine. But why haven't you given 3 or 4 other yellow cards for tackles just the same or worse? That's what we're talking about. I'm not saying Anderson shouldn't get a yellow. What I'm saying is, why the fuck are Argentina going around doing it one after another, and we get the yellow card? That's what we're talking about. If you touch Messi, it's a yellow, basically. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally enjoy England losing in a lot of sports as an Aussie. However, the Argentinians are classless, says Pengas. Told you, says Big Mac. Let's go England from CR7, says Christine. Messi's never lost a game of football with this ref. We've got to be very careful now. With Anderson on a yellow card, I just think, you know, it could be bloody Beckham all over again. Calm heads. Luke, I don't give a fuck if you need him in the groin. I don't give a shit if you need him in the groin. The fact is, Enzo Fernandez tripped Jude Bellingham up running towards goal. That's a yellow card. You can't give yellow cards to one team and then not another. Listen. Nobody's saying Anderson shouldn't have got a yellow card. What we're saying is, why are we getting a yellow card and they're not? Cheating fuckers. Neutral here. Clear yellow card. Get fucked to your neutral. Oh, yeah. You've done a super chat and said you're neutral. You must be neutral. Get fucked. Piss off, you cheating twats. You know what's going on. Fucking cheating. That's what's going on. We've all watched the last 40 minutes. There must have been about 50 Argentinian fouls. They're pushing players. They're kicking them in the back. They're scraping down their groin. They're tripping them up. They've had one bloody yellow card. And we get a fucking yellow card. It's been going on all bloody tournament. They make up fucking rules to send players off. I mean, you've got an Argentinian player, Simeone, where the referee says, come here, and he goes, no. He says, come here, he says, no. He has to go and talk to him. It's literally a yellow card. Yeah. Ah, fucking have that. At last. At last he's found his cards. Oh, well done, ref. He's booked an Argentinian. Bloody hell. What's going on there? I mean, unfortunately, it's Martinez, who I actually quite like. But at long last. At last. At last. Fucking hell. And will wonders ever speak? He's booked an Argentinian after 41 minutes. He must have got a nod from somewhere to say, mate, this is too obvious. I'm not happy about this game. I think England are getting pulled in. Getting sucked into a frustrating game. Calm, Mark, says Ryan. Finally, yellow, says Ahmed. Neutral here. Argentina should have had 2 yellows. Lovely play by Bellingham. Don't fly in on Romero. Come on, press the fuckers for 3 minutes. Come on, press them. They've actually played through the press quite well there, Argentina. Too easy. Go on, press him in, Kane. It's classic Uruguay by Argentina. Remember Scotland, says Kenneth. Their right back fouled our goalkeeper as well, says Recon Guy. That's our ball. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it, Simeone. Oh, you'll be gutted there, mate. All that running and it went off you for a throw-in. Unlucky, bro. Neutral party here, but Messi is Jesus and the English team should be ground into dust on live TV. Thanks, says Nesquick. Neutral here, down with Argentina, says Audio Guy. I don't mind Man United selling Martinez to Daddy Simeone, says JBS. Lord Harkey says, booked for pulling a shirt, but Jude got kicked. Yeah, I mean, I think the referee's just decided he's going to start handing out yellow cards now. I said England would have to fight Argentina, the refs and the officials, says Big Mac. Is Saka fit, says Ahmed? Yeah, he will be, yeah. Probably can't play 45 minutes, but probably can't play 90 minutes. Well, it looks like we're going in at half-time. 36,000 people watching. Thank you so much. How are you feeling? We'll talk about it at half-time. So important to score the first goal here. That's going to go out. Foul after foul by Argentina, says Ashish, and 1 foul by England, and it's a yellow. Stay consistent, you cheating pricks. Enzo should be on a yellow. Tom says, Mainoo's cool head would be great for England in the second half. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but we haven't seen Mainoo's cool head at all. Go on, Bellingham. I thought it was a foul, but you're never going to get it. How is there only 3 minutes as well? Kane, pass the fucking ball. Why is everyone taking a touch? Get the ball and pass the ball. You can't take an extra touch against them. They're on you. Again, it's so frustrating. Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, pass the fucking ball. Everyone wants an extra touch. See, when you take a touch, they're on you. Every time you take a touch against Argentina, they're on you. Listening to you from work, I think anyone still in the shopping centre causing me to be here ought to be investigated for treason. Come on, England, says Flora. Who's in a bloody shopping centre now? Come on. Reece James. Can we get another attack in before half-time, or a attack? I don't know why people started talking about Argentina's rigging now when World Cup 22 was even more obvious, says Mur. Argentina have got 58 fouls in 3 games and only 3 yellow cards. This is J-Bomb. I think Tuchel's going to need to do something here because we're just on top without creating anything. We're going back to our fucking goalkeeper here in possession. Argentina will just keep doing this until they get a goal. Lovely ball. Offside, Bellingham. We're struggling in the attack. You know, we can moan about the fouls, but we are really rattled here in the attack. We're doing fuck all. It's not working. It's not working. Coconut Fred says, I'm a neutral fan. I grew up in Argentina. This ref is my stepdad. Fantastic officiating as a true neutral. Don't score now because there'll be a foul given. Another shit pass by Kane. What's the score? Well, it says 0-0 there, mate. So I think it's still 0-0. England seem up for the task in hand. I just worry with Argentina because they can be outplayed but always smash and grab. Yeah. First goal, Constantine. That's what's going to matter here. Put the cross in, Anthony. Put the cross in. Corner. Will he give the corner? No, he's blown for half time. On a corner. What a surprise. What a surprise. What a surprise. Every other referee in history would let you take the corner. If it had been Argentina, they would have took the corner. But because it's England, it's not going to happen. Look at Messi in there. Book him. Book him. They say Bellingham does need to be there. He's right. Fucking hell. Passing has been poor. We're getting baited, says Recon Guy. Yeah, I mean, look, thoughts on the half. Let me know in the chat. We've actually had less possession than them, and we've had less shots than them. If I was Tuchel, I'd be showing them that at half time. I think we're in control, but statistically, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But we have been baited. I think you're right. I mean, look, we knew the referee was going to be a problem. I think you can only control what you can control. Some people would say the referee's a problem. Some people wouldn't. We can only control what we can control. And to be honest with you, as much as I think the referee's been a bit of a joke, Argentina have been allowed to play their tactic of stop-start football and slowing the game down. Argentina don't want to play football. I think they know if they play football, they'll get beat. And I think if they get to the final, they'll do the same thing. So we'll see more of this on Sunday if Argentina find a way through here. But, look, the referee's not helping us. He's allowing them to do stupid little fouls, which is ruining the game. Goes completely against what the FIFA directive is. You know, Infantino wants the game to flow. Infantino wants, you know, quick movement of the ball. This game has probably been one of the worst games of the World Cup because the referee has gone against the directive. He's blowing up all the time. He's not giving yellow cards. They keep doing it. As a referee, if I've got a team that keeps stopping the game with little fouls, I get a yellow card out as an example. I go, you're having a yellow card because it's there. So no more of this. And he hasn't done that. And that's not by English bias. FIFA have said they want games to flow. That game has been the worst game of football for flow in the entirety of the World Cup. The referee has lost control of that game. If it was the other way around and it was England, you book an English player and you say, any more of this pushing or anything like that, I want the game to flow. You're stopping it from flowing. There's a yellow card. You do it again, you get a red. We're here to play football. And the referee's going, oh, foul, 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 foul. He's only given 2 yellow cards in a half where we could have had 7. So that's a problem. Having said that, talking about England, time and time again, we've had opportunities to move the ball quicker and we haven't done it. There was a time where Anthony Gordon was down the wing. He had Spence overlapping. He had Bellingham inside. He kept hold of the ball. He lost it and they got on the attack. Harry Kane, a couple of times, he's got the ball. He's had people out wide. He loses the ball. One thing about Argentina is if you take an extra touch, they will foul you. They will get the ball. England need to move the ball quicker in the final third. It's pass and move. It's a very simple game. So I think we're falling into the trap ourselves a little bit. It's very stop-start. I know there's 120 minutes of football. We don't have to win it in the 90, but it would be a travesty if we allowed them to get us into a penalty shootout. So England's second half, if I'm Tuchel, I'm saying, look, let the referee do what he's doing, but we need to move the ball better. We need to move the ball better. Judas says, Mark's my stepdad, amazing commentary. How has Simeone not even been booked, says Obunny. Rodgers needs to be subbed off, Saka or Madueke, says Saki. I think people are looking for excuses. You fell into Argentina's trap. England's offensive is trash, says Centino. When Jed is your best player, that's bad. Tom says, come on England, let's have it. It's 7-12 on fouls. What the fuck are you talking about, says Will. Mate, if you just leave. Leave, Will. What? He's literally not giving the fouls, is he? England better win this game for Mexico. Messi fan here. Ref is unfair to England, says Hamza. Should have been a penalty. Pickford handball, says Lodge. Logo. How can Pickford handball it and give a penalty? I mean, that literally is not possible. How can Pickford handball it and Argentina get a penalty? It's a handball in the penalty box and he's the fucking goalkeeper. Just disgusting display from Argentina. They should have at least 3 yellows, says Chiri. Referee's a wanker, says Sam. England will win this. Argentina have created nothing. Norway caused you far more problems and you still won, says Halvard. Rigged, not be quiet, says Hruski. When Argentina lost 4 finals, it was fine, but when they win, it is rigged. Funny that, says William. Passing's been poor. We're getting baited, says Reckon Guy. I would sub off Gordon, says JBS. Unfortunately, the front 3 isn't working. Harry Kane has gone back to Southgate mode, where he's dropping too deep. Rodgers and Gordon have been pretty ineffective. And the same old problem for England, really. We can't solve the wingers. The wingers we can't solve. Put Gordon on the right and Rashford on the left, says Dale. Rashford would be good in this game, says Jack. I mean, it's risky. It's risky to use Rashford, but his pace in an attacking sense would be quite useful. But would he put the defensive work in? Does he need to put the defensive work in? England, I don't mind that Rashford idea, though. I don't mind it. Even if England takes the lead, the actual task will be defending it because Argentina will commit 100 fouls to score and win the game, says Asfan. The ref would have controlled it if he booked Enzo after punching Anderson. They're trying to make it physical. They know England has better quality, says Ahmad. Reece James looks shaky and undecisive, says Supercoach. Your ref, this, that, victim, says I say. I feel like none of these teams are good enough to beat Spain. I just don't see them scoring, says Mohammed. I mean, to be honest, that's probably a fair point. I can't project what had happened to England, but if this is Argentina's plan against us, they're gonna get done in the final. They're gonna come unstuck at some point, aren't they? Unless they get another referee that's just gonna let fouls go. I can't see Spain having much of a problem with them, really. And you could project that onto England as well. Argent FIFA in full effect, says Gems. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody who's tuning in, by the way. We've got 35,000 watching. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Do you think there'll be any changes at half time? I think this game is just so much about who scores first. As I said to you before the game, Argentina, Messi plays for Inter Miami. They've got 3 Atletico Madrid players. McAllister plays for Liverpool. Enzo Fernandez plays for Chelsea. Their fullback plays for Lyon. Romero plays for Spurs. They haven't got quality players. You know, they're not France. They're not Spain. They haven't got quality. They're just a very hard-working team. But quality-wise, they haven't got it. So I think it's there for England if they want it, but they've got to manage the game better. I know it's tough. It's a tough environment, and you can get caught in the emotion. And you know, Argentina are the masters of dark arts. You can't argue with that. But England have got to manage this better. Like, for me, move the ball quicker. Stop holding on to the ball. Play the pass. There's always a pass. Because Argentina's tactic is, if you take an extra touch, they're on you. So if they're going to be on you, they're moving. And if they're moving, there's always going to be a pass. Just Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, they're holding on to the ball for too long. You've got to move the ball before the tackle comes. We're losing the ball in transition too often, or we're losing a free kick, or we're getting a free kick. That doesn't help us. Don't let, you know, if I'm Thomas Tuchel at half time, I'm saying, look, our biggest weakness is they're getting to us with the ball. And we're either losing it, we're conceding a foul, or they're conceding a foul. But every way we lose the attack. Even if we, you know, if you're Argentina, if you give a foul up and you're not getting booked, everybody gets back, you get back into your shape. So a foul is a brilliant thing if you don't get booked for it, because you will have everybody back in play and the ball stops still again. So we've got to stop allowing them to get close to us so we can move the ball. And the way to do that is to move the ball. But too many of our players are getting caught in possession, and that just allows them to reset every single time, which is the problem. Thank you for everybody who's tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe. Do you think England win this in 90 minutes? I think it's a war of attrition. I think it's a psychological battle. And it's one that England need to be up for, because I tell you what, nothing's going to change for me. Nothing changes for me. You know, England should win this game. England should win this game, and they'll regret it for a very, very long time if they don't. That's not taking anything away from Argentina if they do win it, but we are good enough to win this game. We are getting underdogged, is what I would say. We're getting underdogged here. Argentina, for many people, are favourites because of their reputation and they're the World Cup holders. But reality is, on that first 45 minutes, you wouldn't have them as the favourites. I don't think they're playing like the favourites. I think if you could get their coach to speak honestly, he would say we're not playing as favourites. They're not going out there to try and win that game, are they? They're not as intimidating as a France would be or a Spain would be. But that doesn't mean they can't find a way to win. So England have got to be very wary. First goal goes in for Argentina, and I think we've got a massive problem. Dino says Cape Verde showed no fear and scored 2. Egypt showed no fear and scored 2. I know both lost, but we look scared and we need to show no fear. What I would say about that, Dino, is that Argentina against Cape Verde and Egypt and Switzerland wouldn't be playing with the same concentration and intensity and desire as they are against England. Against England, it's a big game. It's a World Cup semi-final. They don't like us. They're very focused. I think against Cape Verde, it's like Arsenal raising themselves for Man City. Are they going to raise themselves the same way when they're playing somebody like Burnley? It's hard to do that. So, look, we're playing a different Argentina, but I do think if we move the ball quicker, you're always learning. I said this about Norway. Norway were a noble loser, and England are normally a noble loser. And instead, we were a lucky winner. What we now need to learn very quickly is how to play this situation. Because I guarantee you, if Spain play this on Sunday, or if France had played this today, they wouldn't be getting drawn into this. They wouldn't be getting drawn into this. They'd just be like, I've seen this before. Get the ball, move the ball, get the ball, move the ball. If they keep fouling, at some point, we'll either get a penalty or a yellow card, but get the ball and move it quickly. Get the free kick and move it quickly, you know? Get the ball, get the game flowing. And that's another way to pick up a yellow card. If they foul you, get the ball, look to play the pass. If one of them's stupid enough to put their foot in the way, that's a yellow card as well. So we just need to move the ball quicker. How do you feel about the officiating? Argentina have been a bunch of rats. I mean, look, I'm disappointed in the officiating, but it is what it is. You've got to defeat that as well, multi-sports. All I would say is, and you know, people have been arguing with it, is the directive from FIFA was to get the game flowing. Why are we in a World Cup semi-final for the first time with a game that's like a Premier League game? It's so stop-start. And whose fault's that? The ref. He's literally allowed the game to slow down, which is completely contrary to 80 other games we've seen in this tournament. So, you know, the referee has had a part. I think Spence has played well, Taylor. I think overcoming this kind of mental test is what England need going forward to be successful in Euro 28 and World Cup 30, but I don't think they're ready to be a team like Spain yet, says Alec. I just want a shot at Spain. I just want a shot at Spain. I'm not saying we'll beat them. You know, I'm not. But a World Cup final I've never witnessed before. I'm happy to be the underdog against Spain. They're a very good footballing team. You know, you never know. We might catch them on the right day and we might win it. But I don't want to go out to this. I don't want to go out to this. I don't want to lose a World Cup final, but if I lose to a team that's good, as disappointed as I'd be, I'd go, you know what, fair play, they're a good team. I just want to play Spain. That's an England in a World Cup final, and I've never seen it, and we've only done it once before. As much as you want to win it, England in a World Cup final is a big statement. It's a very big thing. And I think that if we get that, it would be brilliant. But we are doing player ratings, by the way. We'll pin that in the live chat. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. But look, on a positive sense, there's nothing we can't change. We can move the ball quickly. We can move the ball quicker. Argentina haven't been a threat. I don't know what they're showing here about the ref. I don't know what that's all about. If anyone can tell me. I think it's Harry Kane as the captain saying you can book Elliot Anderson, but where's all the others? Spence has been brilliant so far, says KW. I think overcoming, I've done that from Alec. Players coming out. The light win over the dark. Come on, England. We need to draw then them and hit them quick on the brakes, is Mikey. Players coming out for the second half. Thank you, Dino. An England-Spain final would be much better game of football. Anderson on a ban would be worst case scenario against the Spanish midfield, says Ben. I think if they get one of our players sent off, it's mission accomplished for Argentina, to be honest. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. And it's sad to be a footballing team doing that. But tell me if I'm wrong. I think their tactic is to get one of our players sent off. Come on, England, you deserve this. Love from Norway, says Rundon. Styles makes fights. Argentina want to brawl. England has to start establishing their jab and control the distance, says Alpha. It is brilliant. It's exactly like that. It's a boxing. It's a boxing match. And their style is dictating the play. But remember, look, Lisandro Martinez is on a yellow card. Exploit him. I mean, I love Lisandro. Don't want him to leave Man United. But their centre-back's on a yellow card. I mean, obviously, we've got a midfielder on a yellow card. We've got to be very, very careful. But their centre-back's on a yellow card. Get the ball into Rodgers. Run at him. You know, he can't make that tackle. Argentina have been attritional, but that's about it. England should win, says Kenneth. Yesterday, we got a football game. Today, we've got a rugby game, says NHK. Bellingham is a rat. Come on, Argentina, says Twitch. Neutral here. Anyone seen first and second? I'm scared, says Wrestle. Torres says, I say the winner keeps the Falkland Islands. United leaked during the game. Carrick wants Rashford, says Decaf. Is that true? Whoever scores first will win. Referee's been fined, says Oxy. Second half. I'm probably a little bit behind there. I'll sort that in a minute. Oh no, we're not up and running anyway for some reason. Can we sub the ref, says Becky. Bellingham goes down like a soggy legged gingerbread man. Come on, Argentina, says Wolfie. These are the kind of games Tuchel was brought into England to help England take the next step after Southgate. Sorry, but Tuchel needs to go if England don't qualify, says Naveen. I don't think he's going to go for losing a World Cup semi-final, mate. Even if England takes the lead. I've done that one, thank you. Okay, right. Now we are off. And my timer was ready at the right time. Mainu for some rhythm, says 1 Inch Wonder. Any thoughts on the bronze playoff mark, says Tom? Whatever happens in that third place game on Saturday, I'll be down the pub having a meal. I'm not watching that. I don't care who it is, I'm not watching it. Got no interest in it. Sajjad says, I've just looked at the stats. Simeone has made 5 fouls, no yellow, and Enzo's got 3. Gatoroid says, I disagree. I think Argentina want to tire England. Yeah, but I don't think that's true because they're not a very young team either, Argentina. They've got quite an old bench and an old team. I'd sub off Gordon and Rodgers, put on Watkins and Kobe, let Kane drop and let Watkins and Jude make the runs in behind. Mainu, Anderson, Rice. Oh, that's a very interesting signing. Subs Sihan? Oh, Rudolph the Red says they were trying to get Kane sent off for covering his mouth, even though he was talking to the ref. I was going to say, thanks, Rudolph the Red. Yeah, of course. I was because I don't have the audio on. I was like, what they're doing. But yeah, Kane was going like that to the referee. So, you know what? For some players, though, it's a natural thing. Harry Kane does it a lot. It's the age-old saying, cheaters never prosper. We will win this, says Adam. Sebas says, I miss you, Mark. We're at the stadium. What happened to the Romero yellow card, says Nip. Remember, we are sponsored by Bull Sports on this stream. Oh, mistake. Alvarez. Good save, Pickford. Best chance of the game. Sloppy start by England. Oh, here we go again. Alvarez. Side netting. He wants a corner. And he's got one. I don't think it will get given. Unless it deflected. England have done well with what they faced. They need to take their chances when they come, though. Well, it's Argentina with the chances. I don't think that's going to be a corner. I don't know why he's asking for a corner. I don't think that's a corner. I think this will get overruled, surely. Where was the deflection? How's that a corner? Well, it is a corner. It must have been given then. Well, look, John Stones. Come on, Gordon, get there first. Fucking hell, they want it more. Messi against Bellingham. You don't want this into the box. I thought they might have gone for a penalty here. I mean, Bellingham just puts his body in the way. Must be a soft penalty, that. What are you drinking? I'm on the lager. England welcome to CONCACAF and CONMEBOL football from an American, says David. Have a feeling Elliot will get a cheap yellow soon, says Rundon. Come on England, much love from Australia, says Kayri. Ref has done 5 Messi games and Messi's won them all, says Nigel. I backed Argentina after the arrogant reactions to England's win over Norway, but your balanced view, including admitting England had some luck, changed my mind. I'm fully behind England in the second half, says Havard. Nice ball to Spence. Does need some support here. Good cross. Where's the fucking attack? Done his job there. He has done his job there. Yes, we are sponsored by Bull Sports on the show. Links in the description. Scan the QR code. And I do have a bet builder, although at the moment I feel like I've sort of looked at the 98 England-Argentina game where we had 4 goals in the first half. And I've sort of built my bet builder around that. Obviously, a bet builder is where you have a number of things that need to come off in the entirety to get the bet over the line. And I had England to win, Messi to score at any time, over 2.5 goals, Harry Kane over 2.5 shots, and both teams to score, of which nothing has happened so far. Remember, if you want to do yours on Bull Sports, 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description. We also asked you a question at the start of the game. Which country in the semi-final is the only one to have all their goals scored by people who don't play in the Premier League. And it's England. That's the answer. It's England. Iro says England are asleep. I mean, look, we didn't play well against Norway. If this drifts as a performance, unfortunately, we've not taken the opportunity, have we? Well done, Spence. Bellingham. Ref, that's a yellow card. He's pulled him. Yeah, both centre-backs on a yellow. There it is. There's the guaranteed Romero yellow. Look at that. He had to book him. He couldn't not book him for that. I mean, imagine if he hadn't. So both centre-backs on a yellow card. Now, come on, Tuchel. If I've got two centre-backs on a yellow card, am I keeping Harry Kane on him? Bellingham is actually ridiculously good. England versus Spain coming in, says Dean. I hope so. I hope so. I think if we can score first. Spence is the ball. You see him? Oh, no. Look at him again. He's done it again. Get Gordon off. He's done it again. He holds on to it for fucking ages. He's like the kid at the party. You know when you're a kid, you go to bloody parties, right? Pass the parcel. The music's going on, right? And you go, music's going round, pass the parcel. It's rigged anyway because the parent makes it stop on whoever they want. You always get the person who gets the parcel and instead of passing it, they go, and you just go, give me the parcel. And they go, that's Anthony Gordon today. Won't fucking pass the ball. He literally did it again there. Is that Simeone again by any chance? Oh, he's giving the free kick to Argentina as well. Bellingham looks like he's been possessed for the last 3 games. The amount of work he puts in is insane, says Halvard. Written in the stars, Mark, a United player, the villain in 98. A lad from Manchester sitting on the bench ready to come on and be England's saviour, says Pengers. England, I think Argentina have looked better second half in this first 7 minutes. They've looked more attacking than they have. 71% said England would win. 29% said Argentina. I'm going to close that poll because obviously the game's up and running now. Do you think England are purposely allowing Argentina to attack? No. No, I don't think we're that intelligent. Kane looks like a fucking passenger again as well. England are doing their best version of France. It's not been a good start to the second half, Grand Prairie. I've got to be honest. You do keep Harry Kane on for a goal, but I think the last 2 games he's looked, it's almost like Mexico destroyed him. Dan Green says, guaranteed the whole of England want to slap Simeone. Ball over the top. What do we got? Let's have that second ball. Rodgers. Gordon! Goal! Get in! Goal! Anthony Gordon! I told you keep him on. Get in! What a cross! That'll do nicely. Put that in your Madonna and cry. Go on, Evita. You've been bloody tangoed. Yes! Get me a pint of Malbec. An Argentinian, please. That'll do. 1-0. Anthony Gordon sort of came out of nowhere. Didn't it? Huge goal. Huge goal. And it's Harry Kane who plays the pass. That's the ball. Exploits the lack of pace of Martinez. Tagliafico makes the mistake. Rodgers Gets the ball on the right-hand side. Lovely. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a clean goal. It's a good goal. And I tell you what, England didn't start that half very well. But we've caught them on the break. This is it. This is it. Long way to go, but we have to defend this now. Come on. Come on. Huge goal. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Don't do a fucking Southgate and take all the attackers off. Heads in the game now. Heads in the game. Next 5 minutes. Massive. Absolutely massive. The first goal. Look, England. I've seen England in this position before. We were 2-1 up against Argentina in 1998. Conceded a stupid goal right in the last minute of the half. I think we were 1-0 up against Brazil in 2002 as well. Lost that. But you know what? That's exactly what I mean, it's a great goal as well. You know why it's such a good goal? Because that's what the front three are meant to do. Harry Kane is meant to drop. Rodgers and Gordon are meant to run. And it worked. It actually worked. And we were just saying, I don't think Kane's at it. But you know what? In a Bayern shirt, when he's got Elise and he's got Diaz, that's exactly what he does sometimes. He'll pull deep. They'll go for the angle. Gordon makes the run really well. Rodgers does really well. Rice supports the attack. Chases that second ball. Kane's, oh, I tell you what, we nearly did the old 1-2 like we did against Mexico there. But this is good play by Argentina. Oh, no. Great tackle by Jed Spence. What a tackle. Bobby Moore. What about that from Jed Spence? Oh, my Christ. Oh, my Christ. Is that tackle of the tournament? Jesus, that is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't think I've seen a better tackle. Not like that. That is a massive tackle, that is. Not like that. Brilliant, Jed Spence. Absolutely brilliant. He's probably been our best player, but we've got to be careful now. Get through this next 5 minutes. Well, go on, Kane. That'll do. Come on, lads. Reset. Believe. Oh, come on. I'm getting Azteca vibes here. Tell you what, one thing about this England team, they find a way, don't they? I don't want us to sit and I don't want us to get too deep, though. I mean, obviously Argentina are going to attack now. They've got to attack. It's interesting how they're playing now, isn't it? But absorb, counter. That tackle was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, he has to get it right. Has to get it right. Go on, Pickford. Let it go. What a tackle by Jed Spence. What a tournament he's having as well. That cross by Rodgers is very good as well. Very good. Pyro says he wanted Gordon off. I did. Sub Gordon before Argentina give a red card, says Viper. Technically still no scorer from the Prem, says Hayden. It only took me 10 minutes as an England fan and they scored, says Harvard. Yeah, you are. He's decided that he's going to support us even though he was pissed off with us beating Norway because we were actually quite magnanimous in defeat. What are we doing here? Well done. Come on, lads. We're getting a bit silly here. I've seen England do this before. We're getting a little bit silly. The fuck are you doing, Kane? Get out there, Kane! Get out! You're a bloody centre forward. What are you doing? Get out of your own penalty box. I don't like this. I do not like this at the moment. The tango's off my dance card. 5 for the Abita spout. Go on, England, says AJ. Good cross. Get it out. Fucking hell, I don't like this. I don't like this. Still half an hour to go. Just shows you how Just shows you how quickly games change, isn't it? You know, you can be making loads of fouls, not wanting to attack, and then you go 1-0 down. You got to go for it, haven't you? Super Spence put an S on his chest. He's had a brilliant tournament at Hello Earthling, hasn't he? Don't mind that. Don't mind that. Enzo Fernandez with the shot. Don't mind that. But we've got to figure out a way to get on the ball here. Can't just sit back and defend. They don't deserve the respect we're giving them. First 5 minutes after a goal, I don't mind it. Was Kane touches in his own box in your bet builder, says Fost? No, I had Kane 2.5 shots, and I don't think he's had any. Why are they showing if Gordon was offside or not? What a waste of technology. He probably will bring Dan Burn on soon, but I don't know whether we need Dan Burn on. They don't really have a lot of height, do they? It's more technical players for Argentina. But look, Messi's not top of the Golden Boot scoring charts for by accident. He's getting on the ball a lot more. You can't play like this for half an hour, lads. I'm telling you now. You can't park the bus for half an hour. And we can't be giving free kicks away either with Messi on the pitch. We're playing into their hands here. I think we're parking the bus too early. Now we know why Tuchel chose Spence over O'Reilly. We do. Shout out to Tuchel, Ashish. Absolutely. As someone who dislikes England because of your rugby team, I hope Argentina get 2 dodgy penalties, says Jared. Thanks, pal. We're too deep here. We're too deep. You can't play 45 minutes like this. We're going too deep too soon. As someone who, yeah, 100%. This is a bit Southgate ball. Oh, good tackle that. Well up, Reece James. Well done, Rodgers. Not going to get there, is he? Is Southgate back, says Marcus. Parking the bus till the hydration break, says Andrew. 5 minutes, yeah, good point. Good point. You forget about that and how tactical it actually is. Kane looks done, says Pete. We're parking the bus and I don't like it, says Slow Sports News. How can Argentina moan about wanting to take the throw-in when it's their sub coming on? So Gonzalez is coming on for Paredes. I think Gonzalez plays for, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he plays for Argentina. I mean, obviously, breaking news there. I think he plays for, I'll take a guess and say he plays for Atletico Madrid. Well, we've got the goal, but I do not like the tactics. Andrew says we might be doing it till the hydration break. Of course, the double whammy of parking the bus against Argentina is you're inviting them close to your goal, but also if they pick up a free kick, they have got the likes of Lionel Messi who can score a free kick. Great defending by John Stones, that is. It is brilliant defending by John Stones. Bit of possession would be nice. Well done, Gahey. That's it. Bit of possession. That'll do. That'll do. Bit of possession. This is nice. Kane's the ball. He's gone. He's gone. Lovely ball. Rodgers. Oh, sorry, it's Reece James. Oh, Rice with the cross for a minute there. Go on, Declan. Go on, Declan. Well won. Don't shoot, Kane. That's better though. That's better. A couple of chances. Now it gets nervous. The next half will feel like 10 years. I'm not going to lie there. Our Maltesers on the floor, says Slow Sports Nude. We need a second. No way we're sitting back now, says Recon Guy. Well, it'd be interesting to see. Look, I'm not a big fan of the hydration break, but it's probably going to come at a very good time for us. Because I think the one thing Tuchel would love to do with 20 minutes to go is have a word with the players. Konza's coming on. I hope we're not going 5 at the back. I don't like 5 at the back this early. Playing deep so early with this ref, they're going to get a silly penalty, says Amaz. $40,000 watching. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. Look, I think if you score with half an hour to go against anybody, it's silly to park the bus this early. Let alone the holders. Another corner. Messi. Okay, now get rid of it. Get rid of it. Bellingham has been a great example this tournament to young players on why it's important to follow up every shot, says Ben. And we should be looking at a hydration break. Great save, Pickford. We can't do this. We can't do this. We're parking the bus way too early. We've handed up the initiative. That will be the hydration break. I mean, he should score that. I think it's Gonzalez who's just come on. This can't be the plan. This can't be the plan. There's half an hour left, basically. You can't sit back and do that. It's a great save by Pickford, but that can't be the plan. I don't care who you're playing against. If you let Scotland whip crosses in for half an hour, they're going to get chances. Are we Forest in disguise? Score and sit back, says Slow Sport News. Ship defence bailed out by Pickford, says the Zod. Well, this is a key moment here for Tuchel. Big save by Pickford, big header by Stones, immense tackle by Spence. All since they... I mean, look, that's 3 big chances in less than 10 minutes. The Spence tackle, the Stones header, and the Pickford save. I mean, look, the law of averages says they've got half an hour. They're going to have a few... They're going to score, aren't they? He won't believe he hasn't scored that as well. United should sell Shaw and buy Jed Spence, says Jamie. Need 2 more goals with that animal Messi on the pitch. I'm not a tease yet, says TJ. Wait for Tuchel to take off Rice and put on Burn to fight crosses for 30 minutes, says Slazy. 3 shots on target from Messi and I get 800, says Short-Tempered Gamer. I'd love it to finish 1-0. I think we need a second goal. To be honest, apart from the goal for England, we haven't actually played that well second half. And I'll give Argentina credit. They were attacking more before the goal. Because they had that double shot from Alvarez, didn't they? I mean, let's have a look at the stats. 60% possession for Argentina, 7 shots to 4, 2 on target, 5 corners to 1. I mean, if you weren't watching the game, you'd say Argentina are on top. And despite their dark art tactics in the first half, I think second half, they've actually come out to play. Maybe it was a tactic. I understand parking the bus against Mexico with 10 men, but Argentina are quite clinical if you keep giving them chances. Tuchel needs to stop this, says City. Major, thanks for the super chat. Messi, most dangerous player on the pitch right now, says Fisk. We need to get the ball into the feet of people like Bellingham, so we can run with it. Konza for Gordon. That means we're going to a back 5. Is that too early? I think that's too early. I think that's too early to go and play defensively like that. But maybe they're making a treble substitution here. De Paul, Otamendi, Montiel, Martinez off, Simeone off. And I mean, De Paul's been doing quite well for them in this tournament. So Gonzalez came on for Paredes. De Paul's on for Simeone. They took a centre-back off and a full-back. I think Montiel is a full-back. Otamendi is a centre-back. And De Paul will go on the wing. I mean, these are not like game-changer substitutions, by the way. I mean, Otamendi, where does he play now? Montiel, I don't think he plays at a very high level. De Paul plays in the MLS. So, you know, they're not bringing on bloody Doué or Nico Williams here. Will Jude have to leave Real Madrid if England win the World Cup, says Chubby? I mean, look, we've got to get to the final first. Mish says, Argy Bargy's clearly playing Aussie rules instead of football, but they are not at the MCG, says Mish. I understand parking. I've done that one from City. Thanks for your super chats, by the way. 40,000 tuning in. Make sure you've subscribed, bottom right-hand corner. There will be a player ratings. If this closes down in 90 minutes, we'll do player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. We'll knock that in 75 minutes. But we could still be heading towards extra time. Momentum is with Argentina. England are playing a back 5. I think it's way too soon to be playing like this. I'm not happy about this. Way too soon. What are your thoughts? Like you say, Mexico with 10 men, you can understand it. But Argentina, who aren't the best team in the world. And, well, they are actually the best team in the world because they're the holders. But you know what I mean? In this tournament, they're not prime Brazil. And we're actually inviting them up to the edge of our box. And we haven't even got pace on the break. I mean, Harry Kane's not quick. Would it not be worth taking Harry Kane off and putting like Marcus Rashford or Ollie Watkins there just for pace on the break? Ryle says, if England qualify, will you be streaming the final on your own or will other people like Seb be joining it? Well, let's cross that bridge if we get to it. Sebas says, exactly right. This is why Thomas Tuchel gets paid the big bucks. Yeah. And he's got us 1-0 up in a semi-final with 15 minutes to go. Oh my fucking God. We can't keep doing this. How has he saved that? How has he saved that? This is embarrassing. Stop parking the bus. I mean, I don't know how that's not gone in. I haven't even seen the replay, but I don't know how that didn't go in. I mean, we're just literally inviting pressure here. It's absolutely stupid tactics. Absolutely stupid tactics, this is. I mean, look, you can say, you know, what you like, but it's only working because of luck. If Argentina had headed the ball better, we'd be back level. You can't say it's good defending, is it? It's bad finishing. Look at this. Free header. Did he hit the post? I thought he saved it. Hit the fucking post. That was a free header from 6 yards out. That's like, if that was at the other end and we were 1-0 down, we'd be crying. We'd be going, oh my God, I can't believe it. Someone said he did save it. It looked like it hit the post. Oh my God, this is embarrassing, lads. This is fucking embarrassing. You've got 5 at the back and you're not marking anybody. You couldn't mark a piece of plain paper with shitty hands at the moment. I mean, he was offside, to be fair. Well, I don't think he was. I actually don't think he was offside. Fucking hell, we're getting away with this. What is Tuchel playing at, says Dan Green? But the trouble is, if Argentina score, we'll attack again. That's the stupidity of momentum in a game of football. If Argentina score, we'll start attacking. It's the weird dilemma of football. Stephen says, thank God this manager didn't go United. Ridiculous tactics. If you've seen Everton the last few years, this is literally Pickford's speciality, says Dance. Should be controlling the game for the next 10 minutes with the quality players we have. I just want us to get on the ball, Amy, yeah. Pickford's had a good game, says Ben. Chris says, Diet Coke on Weetabix to celebrate. Ooh. Messi's on the ground. Rodgers has got it. Now hold on to it. Wait for the support. Wait for the support. Wait for the support. What the fucking hell was that? What was that? What was that? Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, I despair. I absolutely despair. What the fucking hell was that? Why would you do that? Why would you take a stupid shot from a stupid place when we're 1-0 up and we've been under the cosh? Just rotate the ball. It's just low. It's just not. It's not intelligent play, is it? Darryl says, if England keep playing like this, it won't end well. I don't imagine it'll work against Spain either. Recon guy says they're going to score. We will, and then we'll have 5 defenders on the pitch. Terrible tactic. Alec Miller says England look exhausted. Well, I don't know what the excuse for that is, considering that Argentina played after us and played extra time as well. The way England have played, and it's good that you are hopefully going to win against Argentina, but they need to play better to beat Spain. James, there's a long way to go there. This is like inviting a lion into your house, says Dimitri. And we're meant to be the bloody lion. We're playing like a bloody pussycat. Pussycat dolls. Watch out for a free kick. Another cross. That's a foul. He's not giving it. That's a foul. He's giving that one. Lautaro Martinez now. They're going 3 up front here. I don't like the momentum of this game at all. Because if they score, we've got 5 defenders on. They've got 3. I'd take Kane off. Reece James has got to come off surely as well. I mean, surely that would have been a foul, but I suppose he gave it on Kane, didn't he? I mean, this just adds minutes on. Sam says, I think Kane needs to come off. Well, Nico Riley's coming on, which means Jed Spence goes to right back. Dan Burns coming on as well. Fucking hell, Tuchel. You fucked us if this goes wrong. We have got too many defenders on the pitch. Who's coming off for damn Rice? Fucking hell. If they score, we're in big shit. We'll have to play for penalties, basically. Oh, dear me. What a day. Eight defenders plus Kane and Bellingham. It's the problem you have when you have an Mbappe or a Haaland or a Messi or a Ronaldo. Managers find it very hard to take them off. I get it with 10 men versus Mexico, but don't like this, says Robert McCormack. Well, what I don't like about it most of all, Robert, and everybody else, is we're not even defending well. They've literally had 3 sitters. England needs to win this in regular time, says Will. Why not Rashford, Saka or Watkins for pace as an outball, says Dan Green. They need to bring Brashy on for Kane, says Ashish. I mean, I'd take Kane off because he's not going to offer you anything in extra time anyway, is he? He's dead on his feet. I'm sure Tuchel wants Kane on in case of penalties, but not helping. No, it's too far off. You can't keep Kane on for another 40 minutes if we go to extra time. He's a passenger. Compare this to Spain when leading against France as Beans in the strainer. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We will be here for the final on Sunday no matter what. Get involved with That's Football. We are sponsored by Ball Sports as well. I would say in relation to my bet builder that it's a corner here. There is next to no chance of that coming in because I have got England to win, but I've got Messi to score at any time, over 2.5 goals. Kane to have 2.5 shots, which I don't think he's had any. And I had another one that's not going to happen as well. Both teams to score could happen. Maybe should have happened. Goal. There it is. It's been coming. Idiots. Absolute fucking idiots. Idiots. Fucking idiots. Literally what somebody said in the chat. What did somebody say in the chat? We've opened the door to a fucking lion. We're meant to be the fucking lion. We're the pussycat dolls lifting up our skirts and dancing saying, come in. Fucking idiots. Idiots. Fucking idiots. I've never seen such shit approach to being 1-0 up against a team in my fucking life. You fucking morons. They've literally had 3 sitters and we do that. Fucking idiots. Probably the worst. Totally fucking stupid. And now we're full of fucking... And now we've got a pitch full of defenders. Absolutely fucking stupid. I can't explain how fucking stupid that is. Stupid. They've absolutely fucking bottled it. Absolutely fucking bottled it. I just can't explain to you how moronic this whole... Since we scored the goal, how moronic this is. I'm absolutely gutted. But you know what? Fair play to Argentina. They've had about 4 big chances because we're fucking stupid. I thought we sacked Southgate. I thought we fucking sacked Southgate. What a bunch of fucking idiots on the bench. You absolute twats. I cannot fucking believe that you score against Argentina and then you sit back for 35 fucking minutes and you bring on defenders. Fucking moron. Nah, I've backed this manager all fucking tournament. That is just so... I've never seen England in a World Cup final. We'll never have a better fucking chance. And he fucking parks the bus. They'll win it in normal time. Why is Harry Kane still on the fucking pitch? Oh, I just don't fucking believe this. But you know what? And the worst of it is, nobody liked it. No English fan has liked this for 25 minutes. We've all been going, you're not even defending well. Why are you parking the bus when you can't fucking defend? They've hit the post, they've missed sitters. They'll score. They'll score, they'll win it. That parking the bus crap works until you run into the wrong team. I thought we bought Thomas Tuchel in to take us to the next level. Correct me if I'm wrong, we got to the semi-final with Southgate. I'm fucking fuming with this. How do you take a winning position and turn it into massive underdogs? We've got Dan Burn. How many defenders have we got on the pitch? Well, welcome to England, everybody. Welcome to England. I've had 47 years of this shit. You get yourself into a position and you fuck it up. Same thing happened in 2002. We got 1-0 up against Brazil and we fucked it up. We got 2-1 up against Argentina in 98 and we fucked it up. This is what we do. This is the way. This is what English football does. They fuck it up. He should never be scoring from there as well, Enzo Fernandez. He should never be getting a shot off from there. I've praised England a lot. I think they did really well to get to beat Mexico in the Azteca. I think, you know, it was a battle to beat Norway, but this is self-inflicted. I ain't defending this shit. I will never defend this. You get yourself 1-0 up with half an hour to go and you just bring defenders on. Absolutely embarrassing. You've embarrassed us in front of the fucking world as well. We look like fucking Stoke. You're truly says he's supposed to be a professional coach. Shocking. Baltar says, sack this dinosaur. England will win it. Just be positive. Mate, I don't know how we're going to win it because we've got to change the team now. We've got 6 defenders on the pitch, like Jared says. Jack says, Tuchel's shown balls until he actually needs it. He needs to take Kane off. I mean, look, Kane's fucked. I don't understand why he bought Dan Burn on either. Argentina were never going to rely on crosses, says Helvard. Sucking Gang says, would have thought that Arteta was in charge. Oh, they're getting right in our faces now. They've you know what? When they win this, they're going to humiliate you, lads. They're going to get... Look at what they did when they equalised. They're going to get right in your faces. They've absolutely owned you because your manager's a negative idiot. It's embarrassing. Post. Oh, I just want this over now. It's embarrassing. Just end it. There it is. If I could stop the stream, I would, but it's not respectful. I'd sack this fraud. Fair play to Argentina. I mean, fair play. I watch a lot of football. I'm passionate about England, but fair play to Argentina. I mean, I don't know whether Tuchel's got, you know, maybe it is sabotage. I don't fucking know. I genuinely don't know. We've got 6 defenders on the pitch and they've got unmarked people on crosses. Explain it. 6 defenders on the pitch and people are unmarked on crosses. Argentina were out. They played shit first half. They didn't create anything. Argentina were out. We scored first. Argentina were out. And then Thomas Tuchel said, I tell you what, you've created nothing all game, right? There's the lube. Do me. Fucking, it's literal sabotage. It's literal sabotage. He's got to be sacked. He's got to be sacked. He has to be sacked. We don't have a leg to stand on. They've had about 6 clear-cut chances and they've scored 2. We have got nothing. We've got no recourse. We've got no argument at all. We've been well and truly battered in this second half, and you can only blame one man. You can only blame one man for parking the bus with half an hour to go, and he didn't even get the message when they had 2 big chances at 1-0. He still kept putting defenders on. What a disappointing end. Oh dear. That's too late. Rashford and Tony. Too fucking late. He went against everything he stood for, says Jack. Ume says, historically, has Tuchel been a manager that does that? I did not expect Tuchel to do that. Everything he's done in the tournament has made sense. The subs at half-time, the attacking subs against Ghana, you know, the defensive subs against Mexico. Everything he's done has made sense except for that. That just made no sense. Deserved loss for such negative tactics. Feel bad for all England fans. Exactly, Amy. I feel bad for England fans as well, but we're used to it. I'm not doing a watch-along for the third place game, Ramon. No way. Why not try and control the game, says Brockman. Incredible. Another shit cross. Who's putting them crosses in from the right-hand side, by the way? Because you are fucking shit, mate. Who's putting them crosses in from the right-hand side? I want a name. It's Konza, isn't it? Fuck it. Well, he's a centre-back. Remember, you can do your player ratings. Links in the live chat. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Jahid says, my son's crying because of a coward manager. Why didn't he make these changes when it was 1-1 as well? What, you know, when it went to 1-1 and they were absolutely battering us, why didn't he make the changes then? Why did he wait to lose the game as well? They scored in the 85th minute and then they scored 7 minutes later and he still kept parking the bus at 1-1. This is going to be horrible when they win, you know. They're going to be right in our face. I really hope Spain fuck them up in the final, by the way. I'm going to buy a Spain shirt and I'll go on holiday to Mallorca on Monday. I really hope Spain fucking batter them in the final. I really do. But, you know, that's just passing the buck. Argentina beat England fair and square. You can't, and actually, you can't, you know, the referee was shit in the first half. You can't blame the referee in the second half. You blame Tuchel. What's that? What is that by Harry Kane there? Just blow the fucking whistle, ref. Switzerland fan here. At least we went out with some dignity. This is just embarrassing. Would hate to be English tonight. Oh, it's unbelievable, Syrian. Tuchel got Argentina playing better, says Cash. Solskjaer for the England job. At least he managed to finish second. Halvard. A professional player can put a good cross in. Today I feel Argentinian, says Carlo. Or Thomas Tuchel probably says that. Jared says coming home, is it? Well, it should have been fucking coming home. We should have been playing in the final at least. You can't be getting into fights now. You can't be getting into fights now. Embarrassing. England fans are what Arsenal fans are to Premier League teams, says Kyrox. Some seriously bitter people from Scotland, Wales and Ireland, says Gems. Tuchel playing Carrick ball. This is what us United fans have to deal with next season. Love your content, Mark, says Jim Jones. Oh, I'm not watching the 3rd and 4th place playoff. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap. Fuck that. I said that before. Are you doing a match reaction? Yeah, Tuchel out. You know, I back Tuchel, but you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, don't you? It's embarrassing. If we substitution with zero outlet, it was Cummings as Albert. I mean, it was literally like, it was one-way traffic, mate. For, you know, you make those substitutions and you basically say to Argentina, you can attack us for 35 minutes relentlessly. If we're going by the teams that played best this World Cup, 1 Spain, 2 France, 3 Norway, England and Argentina have been poor, says Ivor. I wish it had been Norway in the semi-final. I really do. I really do wish it had been Norway. I don't know why he won't blow the whistle either. It's just extending the pain. Thanks to Ball Sports for sponsoring the stream. We'll be back for the final. There it is. Final whistle. You got to grin and bear it. Look how much it means to them. Look, you got to front it up when you lose, and they fucking deserve to lose. Absolute letdowns. Golden generation, my fucking arse. They're no better than anything. Italian 90 still stands out as the best England team I've ever seen, because they lost on penalties to the eventual winners who were brilliant. These are a bunch of fucking chances. They're not Italian. It's not Italian 90 at all. No point pushing and shoving now, lads. No point pushing and shoving now. Too late. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Look, I'll applaud Argentina. Well done. There was no cheating in the second half. They just attacked because Tuchel said, come and take us. Fucking get rid of him. That's my match reaction. Messi, respectful as always, walking around shaking people's hands. Not one of the shithouses that plays for Argentina. Hopefully Spain will sort it out. But no, look, in fairness, Argentina deserve to win it. 100%. 100%. England have only got themselves to blame. There is no referee. It's embarrassing. An embarrassing end to a World Cup. You put yourself in a... I've seen this so many times in my life. I've seen it so many times. We were winning in '98 against Argentina. We blew it. We were winning in 2002 against Brazil. We blew it. We were winning... When we were winning against Croatia, we were winning in the Euro final at Wembley. We blew it. How Argentina have got to the final as well, we take responsibility for that. Nobody to blame but ourselves. No, not FIFA, not Argentina. Nobody to blame but ourselves. And I've seen this happen so many times. They'll be right in our face. They'll be singing in the dressing room. They will fucking goat. They will gloat in front of us. Like they do every bloody time. Like they did in '86. Like they did in '98. Now they're going to do it in 2026. Because that's what winners do. Winners fight and then they take the piss out of you for being a loser. And that's what we are. We're losers. Simple. It's not revenge for Mexico, is it, though? Because it's Argentina who won, mate. Mexico. What do you mean revenge for Mexico? It's not revenge for Mexico. They play for Argentina. You're out, like us. Can't be revenge. Messi's not wearing a Mexico shirt, is he? He's wearing an Argentinian shirt. It's not revenge for Mexico at all. It's got nothing to do with bloody Mexico. It's got nothing to do with Norway. England embarrassed themselves against Argentina. Argentina won. It's not revenge for Mexico, is it? You're out, just like us. I actually thought you played very well. I don't know why you're bringing Mexico into it. Gareth Tuchel at the... Well, mate, I better go and do the match reaction. I need to unload. Right. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. As I always say, I said respect to Norway when we beat them. Respect to Mexico when we beat them. Respect to Argentina for beating us. They were the better team. They deserved to win it. No complaints from me. I don't particularly like them, but no complaints from me. They deserve to win the game. Right, I'm going to go and do my match reaction. I'll get it uploaded soon. Thanks to Ball Sports. Speak to you all in a bit. Player ratings, link in the video description.